In an effort to close regulatory gaps that allow the tobacco industry to continue exploiting vulnerable populations in Nigeria, advocacy groups have asked the federal government and the National Assembly to strengthen tobacco control laws. The groups, which include the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa (CAPA) and the Nigeria Tobacco Control Alliance (NTCA), while acknowledging the recent moves to review the National Tobacco Control Act 2015, maintained that such review must consider some critical elements such as upholding the protection of public health, strengthening regulatory oversight, among others. Speaking through the Senior Program Manager Policy and Research (CAPA), Zikora Ibe, the group made some far-reaching recommendations to, among other things, strengthen law and regulations to cover new and emerging tobacco products, extend no smoking zones to 100 meters, reintroduce prohibition on single-stick sales, regulate digital marketing of tobacco and emerging products, increase funding allocation to the Tobacco Control Fund, and strengthen the role of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare as the leading body for coordinating tobacco control efforts.
And Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa acknowledges recent efforts to review the National Tobacco Control Act 2015. However, we maintain that such review must uphold the protection of public health, strengthen regulatory oversight, and decisively close the loopholes that allow the tobacco industry to continue exploiting vulnerable populations in the country. As some of us may know, a public hearing was held last week Friday at the
Other speakers, including the coordinator, National Tobacco Control Alliance, Olawale Makanjola, country coordinator, Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, Michael Olaniyan, called on the federal government and public health authorities to align the country's tobacco control framework with global best practices by ensuring that all interactions with the tobacco industry are transparent and strictly regulatory.
Ministry of Health should take proper leadership in controlling tobacco in Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
Earlier in his welcome speech, the executive director of CAPA, Akimbode Oluwafemi, had said the amendments should not become an avenue for vested interests to dilute the hard-fought gains of Nigeria's tobacco control framework. He expressed worries that thousands of young Nigerians are being increasingly initiated into consuming emerging tobacco and nicotine products disguised as modern and trendy alternatives, saying that even though these products are marked as safer options, they have been proven by medical studies to put young people at significant risks of addiction and long-term health complications.
Between 2015 and 2024, a lot has happened in the tobacco use, tobacco manufacturing, and of course, policies around tobacco. Two significant events happened yesterday.
The group warned that smoking or use of emerging products like vapes and heated tobacco is a public health crisis with far-reaching consequences.